my name.
DeOndre.
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 The one and only.
When they see me, they know that every day when I'm breathing, it's for us to go farther. You know, every time I speak, I want the truth to come out.
At this point, I'm convinced that people are just on social media trying their damnedest to get reactions out of people in any way that they can. From stage videos to skits to actual like real life videos. It is ridiculously common to run into videos on the internet that just get your blood boiling. I managed to find one. So this video that I bring to you guys today comes from this TikToker, who made a TikTok talking about her experience with the guy that she met on Bumble. For those of you that know what Bumble is, right? It's like Tinder, other dating apps out there, whatever. And honestly, it's the logic or lack thereof that I'm just flabbergasted with. Take a look.
Am I wrong for this? Anytime I tell this story, no one ever agrees with me. But I swear when I think about it, I'm right. So when I first moved to Atlanta, I didn't know anybody. And I joined Bumble and matched with this guy, right? We had been talking, I think for like 2 or 3 weeks. And I got a good vibe. So anyway, I had asked him if he knew any handy people. Because I had a lot of like furniture coming into my apartment. And I needed help putting it together. Although I did not know him well enough, I trusted him enough to come to my apartment. Now, in hindsight, that was probably a bad idea. But it is what I did. So before he came to my apartment, I had a conversation with him about payment because I didn't want for him to come and I didn't like him and then he felt like he got. So we talked about payment and I told him I'd give him a certain amount for him putting together like 2 pieces of furniture. So I don't remember exactly how much we agreed on, but I did say I was going to sell him the money.
So this woman, she moves to a new town, new city. She, just like many other people who go through the same thing, she moved to Atlanta. A lot of people I know moved to Houston. They moved down south somewhere, right? Try to avoid their problems, that kind of shit. But I don't know this woman. So, whatever. She's in Atlanta and so it is what it is, right? She doesn't really know too many people. She meets this guy on the internet and asks if he could help her, put some furniture together for her new spot. She says she's willing to pay the man. He accepts the amount and they go from there. Right? Seems very simple at this point. Don't you agree? Now, I do realize that she included the fact that he said that she didn't need to pay him. But I will also say that if she was insisting on paying the man for his time and any other work that they agreed on him doing, then the guy has every right to accept her offer. Okay, I'm gonna just put that out there right now. We're about to get into the weeds of this video and really get down to the nitty gritty. Check out what she says now.
Saturday morning, and he ended up like starting right away. He was definitely somebody that I could see myself talking to on the long haul. So it was cool. Like he was we were getting to know each other. We were talking about family. We were talking about life, all this kind of stuff. So around lunchtime, I ordered us something to eat. And as we were eating, we were like really talking, right? It was good. So when he was done, he kind of like chilled for like another couple of hours just to like rest. And we were really vibing. And he was like, I would really like to see you again. And I was like, cool. So when he's ready to go, we go outside and he gives me a hug. And then he was like, okay, so I'm going to text you my Zelle information so you can send the payment. And I'm like, okay. In the moment, I was just a little shocked, but I didn't like let it on. I was just like, okay, just text it to me.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, this is where the roller coaster starts to go downhill. Like this is where the plane starts to pick up a little bit of turbulence here. We are heading into uncharted territory with this. All right. So the guy she matches with on Bumble that she decided to ask for help, setting up her furniture for her new place in a city that she knows absolutely no one, decided to take her up on her offer. And, he came over, set everything up like, they agreed upon. And after he was done, decided to stay a while, talk to her, flirt a little bit, and make great conversation. From what she says, they obviously hit it off. She said that she could see herself with him and all is well in the kingdom, right? Wrong. Because as she stated, the second that guy decided to ask for the money that they both agreed on, she starts to act a little funny. Now listen, there are a few things in life you just don't play with. All right. It's people's time, people's family, their kids, wife, husband, etc., things like that, and people's money. That is exactly what this chick decided to play with. And, you know, just watch what she says now.
I sent the Zelle payment and I was just like, oh, thank you for coming over. I really appreciate it. And then I didn't say anything else. And he was texting me and I did not respond. And he wasn't used to that because obviously we had been like texting all day long, you know, talking throughout the day. It was good at that time. But then I just decided that the fact of him asking me for money after like we had a good day, and I do understand that we agreed upon it, but I just thought it would be different since we were going to start dating.
Wow. Are you sitting there confused? If not, then you should be, because the mental gymnastics that were on display here, yeah, it's better than Simone Biles. I mean, like it's gold medal worthy. Fuck that. It's damn near vibranium worthy. Okay, like you know, shout out to everybody that watched Black Panther. She literally decides to sabotage her own, you know, date, interaction, meeting. I don't know what you want to call it. And basically says that because the guy she was talking to actually took her up on her offer to not only provide a service to you in putting your stuff together that he didn't have to do, he accepts the payment. Again, the both of you agreed on, and he did his part. Now, all of a sudden, when it's time for you to reach into them pockets, now all of a sudden it's an issue. Now all of a sudden he's not right for you because he took because he accepted the agreement, because he took the money. This makes absolutely no sense. Like, what are we even talking about here? How did we get here?
He asked me like, what's up? And I was just like, honestly, I know we decided that I would pay you for that, but I really thought it was tacky that you actually asked me for the money afterwards and you took it. So I did end up cutting it off and we didn't talk again. But when I told my cousin about it, she was like, you guys agreed on it. Like, I don't understand what the problem was. And honestly, like, if I'm going to date you and, you know, you put together some furniture for me, you're going to charge me? I don't know. Like, what do you guys think?
Wow. I didn't even drink yet. And, you know, I'm already hungover from this video. I know exactly what happened here, okay? Here's my theory. You thought that since you gave a little conversation and you guys were hitting it off, and, you know, you thought that since you saw yourself talking to him, you guys could actually be a thing, that you wouldn't have to come up out of them pockets. You were going to get your stuff put together for the free. And when he actually took the money, I'm going to sound like a broken record here, you both agreed on, now you don't want to date him. I just don't even understand, because from this point of view, okay, from my point of view, you sound like a crazy person. Or better yet, you sound like you were low-key trying to finesse this guy out of a free service and thought that, hey, since I could see myself dating this guy, I don't have to pay him. Mind you, you don't know this guy and you decided to, you know, invite him to where you live and everything like that. And so, you know, it's already risky. And now you double down and decide to basically dump this guy all because you had to pay him the money that you agreed to. So it's tacky for him to accept your offer. But honestly, I think it's tacky to offer money to him. And then when it's time to fulfill your end of the bargain, now all of a sudden you won't, you know, you want to act funny. That's tacky to me. Like, it's just tacky to offer and then act offended when it's time to fulfill your end of the contract here. Like, I mean, I don't know. Like, technically, it wasn't a date. Like, he was actually your handyman for the day. Like, business is business. And, you know, it sounds to me that your offer to pay him was conditional on whether, you know, you liked him or not, which is fucked up. There's a reason why everyone you tell this story to says that you're wrong, because you are. Like, I don't see a world where you can be right in this situation. And it's rare when you see these types of videos where, you know, someone says or does something stupid like this and everyone agrees that this was stupid. Like, it's rare that you see that on the internet, especially in this generation, because there's always people out there trying to make excuses for stupid stuff. But, you know, that's exactly what happened here. Ever since this video was posted, ever since she dropped it, people have been in the comments cooking her. I mean, deep frying the foolishness in this video. And it's very much deserved. Like, it's very much deserved. Ma'am, did you just blow in from Stupid Town? He wasn't asking you for money. He's getting what he's owed. And he honestly doesn't owe you anything. Y'all literally just met. Why does he owe you that? Because y'all was vibing, right? So the vibe was good. So now I don't think I got to pay you. What type of bullshit is that? You were supposed to pay him. And again, I saw that she posted in the video that he insisted multiple times that, that she didn't have to pay him. I mean, well, what was the magic number of declines that you were hoping for, miss? The first time he said you didn't have to pay him, you should have accepted it straight up if you really didn't want to pay him. And honestly, I think that's what the problem here is. I'm sure most of you have seen this video at this point. So, you get where I'm coming from here, but it just sounds to me like you really didn't want to pay this guy. Like you didn't want to actually pay him money. But I mean, there's many other things that you could have offered this guy. And no, I don't mean that. All right, get your minds out the fucking gutter. But there's many other things that you could have offered this dude, man. You could have offered this dude, lunch or dinner or, something. You know what I mean? Like, there's other things you could have offered the guy, man, besides money. Like, this thought process would have been valid if y'all had been dating and talking and you didn't initiate paying him. Then I can understand. But overall, this was just very manipulative and disingenuous. Business is business, okay? Flirting with him doesn't take away from what you both agreed on. In that moment, you show that you are a woman of your word, despite whatever chemistry you felt. All right. You said you was going to pay the man. Pay the man. Simple as that. Like, that's a very dangerous game. Now, she did pay the guy, but then decided to ghost him afterwards, which, it doesn't make sense. Like, you literally said you was going to pay the man. So why now all of a sudden that he wants the money that y'all agreed to, you all of a sudden are turning around acting like, he just up your skirt or something like that. Like, I just don't get it. I mean, that's like me hitting it off with the Verizon lady. So I hit it just because I hit it off with the Verizon lady. That don't mean I get free cable and internet. Like, let's be for real. And the sad part is she might have just lost out on a good dude for something she agreed on and offered. Like what the fuck is wrong with people? Like, what is wrong with you? But anyway, it sounds like he dodged a bullet because, I mean, this is just ridiculous. But anyway, that's all I got to say on this, y'all. Y'all got to let me know what y'all think about this down below in the comments. Like, shit, she talking about, is she crazy? Nigga, am I crazy? Damn. I mean, me, you, him, everybody crazy in this. Like, god damn. Peace, y'all.